together, but don't try to overkill it. He needs more of kicking those feet in so he can learn how to turn inside. That is getting so much better. Before, you can really see how you were spinning your feet. Now you're starting to turn, but this knee is starting to get outside of the foot there. As you're coming through it, it's more like that. More like this position. I want the club more around your body, so you're learning how to turn. Now the club more around your body. That real upright position. So you get my rotation by kicking in that foot. Feel how I'm staying inside. I like that. That's something that I'm working on too. So, if you're having problems with your angle of attack, give this drill a try. What you've seen is I laid a head cover right outside my right foot. Now going back, you might slightly tick this, but it's a downswing exercise. We want to teach people how the club works from a high to a low position, very akin to a hockey player making a slap shot move. He's never going to get that puck in the air going from low, trying to help the ball, to high. So we want the same thing in golf. We want the club coming from a high. You can see I'm leaving it in the sky to a low position. Obviously, you come from a low to high, you're going to hit your head cover. Give that drill. All right, if you're having problems swaying off the golf ball, or moving off the golf ball, give this drill a try, and I'm sure it'll help. First, establish your target line here and form a nice perpendicular line. So we're going to take our address position, and instead of keeping my feet parallel, I'm going to turn them out towards my target. And now I'm going to simulate my backswing. You're going to see and get a sensation of this right side resisting the turn a little bit. It's almost prevents me from really moving off the golf ball. You're going to see I'm going to lose my balance very quickly. Excellent, excellent drill for getting a person to get the sensation of how they turn into this right side and keep this right side nice and firm. So give that drill a try. I'm sure it'll help you again. If you're having problems with the sequence of your golf swing and or tension, give this drill a try. It's an excellent drill for killing 3 birds with 1 stone. It's called the lag drill. What we're going to do is we're going to let the club lag behind our arms, so you can see when I get to the top of my backswing, the club never sets. From such a weak position, there's not too many players in the world that would start their swing with their upper body. So you're going to wait on it, let the lower body do us a little bump, and you're going to see how the club sets. As long as you kept turning that body and kept that sequence going, you're going to see how the body squares up the rotation of the golf club. Here's how it looks. Okay, so all of these drills are definitely tough. It took me a month to really hit where I was able to actually hit golf balls out of it. But if a drill is not isolating any kind of feel for you, and you're getting partial results from partial technique, then it's not a very good drill. So just because they're tough drills, that's what you want out of. Okay, if you're having problems with your takeaway, give this drill a try. Lay a club diagonally across your feet line. See, I've established a target line here, and I've laid a club right across, diagonally across my feet. Imagine a clock now, if you will, this being 6 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. When I'm taking the club somewhere around 7:30, 8 o'clock position, this shaft should line up perfectly with the club I've just now laid across my feet there. Okay, so from this view, you can get a clear sense of this clock system that I'm talking about. This being 6, this being 7, 8, 9 o'clock. So I initially want my takeaway to go back, and we call this on plane, if this club and this shaft matches the shaft and the club that I've laid across my feet there. You also notice that the toe of the club is pointing straight up. What we see a lot in our schools is we see a lot of people start snatching the club, taking it away inside. Okay, so you can see from this view very clearly if I am taking the club on plane or if I'm snatching it inside. And once again, we want to take it where the toe of the club is pointing straight up and it's lining up in an 8 o'clock position there with the shaft that I've laid across. You can see from there, all I have to do is turn my shoulders and the club should be perfectly on plane right there. I was always told, feed the alligator, not the giraffe, so we don't also want you to start picking or lifting the club. So nice and low, keeping your arms relaxed, and seeing if you can get that right on. Okay, without a doubt, tension is one of the biggest things we see in our golf schools all the time. Here's a great drill for feeling your golf swing and trying to get rid of some of that excess tension. It's called the one-hand drill. Initially, what most people think is that we're training ourselves how to hit the ball with one hand. When in actuality, what I'm trying to train is this club to come along for the ride. Now, this is not a drill to see how pure you're going to hit golf shots out of here, but just so you get a little sensation of how much and how little we're gripping on and trying to redirect this golf club. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the club over in my left side here and just let it swing back where I have some momentum. So if you're hitting the ball at all with any type of tension, you're going to find that you're going to have a hard time holding on to that golf club. So give that drill a try. If you don't have that shaft rod, what you can do is take an ordinary golf club, grip all the way up to the handle, and now this becomes your shaft rod. And you can see as I'm taking the club away, I don't want to snatch it away where it leaves my left side. My whole body and club are going to work away together. And as I'm coming through to impact, you're going to see that right against my left side. Again, we can't flip or we're going to feel that immediately. So if you're a big hands player, you're going to see a lot of this getting away from your body. You want to blend the arm swing with the body motion. Give that drill a try. If you're having problems with your contact, give this drill a try. It's called the slap drill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get in my posture and in my setup. I'm just going to let my arms relax, clap my hands together, and I'm going to leave my left hand there. From there, I'm going to make a move going back. You can see how I'm winding up my body. And from here, I'm going to still make my body feel very dynamic through the golf shot. I'm going to hit and hold. It's important to keep that position where you hit and hold so your brain gets a little sense of what impact feels like. If you're having problems with impact, you're coming up out of it, coming over the top, slapping it. So what you need to do is do these exercises. It doesn't require a golf club. You can do these at home 3 times a week, 15 minutes a day, and you're going to see a marked improvement in your ball strength. If you're having a problem coming over the top, here's the fault that you're having. As you take the club back, this is on plane. Your club is approaching the golf ball from over the top plane. What you need to do is get the club right on plane here. A good way for feeling that is by doing this one arm drill where I'm going to stick a club right outside my right leg there. I'm going to hold it with my left arm, and I'm going to simulate a backswing with my right. And as you can see, as I'm coming down, I'm going to try to be dynamic with my body and let my arm release right underneath the golf club. If you're over the top, you're used to this sensation all day. You have to feel the opposite. So once again, take it back and let that right side release. It's also a great drill for feeling the sensations with the footwork and how the arm swing works. Give that drill a try. All right, we're out here on this beautiful sunshine day. Wanted to share some ideas with you and share and dispel some of the myths or phrases that you hear in this game. You sometimes hear people of, oh, let's turn in a barrel, or man, that guy can swing in a phone booth. Well, what are they talking about? So what I've brought out here with me is just some visual aids to help you with the concept of what we're trying to do when we're talking about the turn in the golf swing. So I'm going to set up in between my 2 shafts here. And this drill that has helped me out is pigeoning toe my feet, and now I'm getting the sensation of how my body winds up and turns against itself. And what I want to show you is some of the pitfalls that I see a lot in my golf schools. When we see people going on the backswing, we see a lot of weight get out beside the right foot, which we call swaying. And then also we can see swaying on the follow through, where we see hips start to outrace the upper body. When you look at the modern golf swing, you're going to see a lot of swings that are all rotational. Just to illustrate that again, I'm going to turn, learn how to hit into a firm left side, and my swing should stay in between those two parameters. Good luck. Assuming that you've established a firm lower base here and a solid lower base, what we want to work on next is feeling the turn going back. And again, when you hear the lingo that a lot of pros use, it tends to get confusing, but basically drills give you the sensation. So here's a drill to give you the sensation of how the turn works going back while also feeling how the right side resists the golf turn. Because a lot of times we see in our golf schools how everybody starts turning away and the club starts to get swinging it too far from the inside. So here's a drill to give you the sensation on how the right side resists the golf turn to help you complete your backswing and keep it more in sync. Give that drill a try.